for many, many years, decades, I've been practicing what I call now the MIQ process, most important question process. And the essence of it is, it's what I came to as the most potent way so far that I've found to train analysts or thinkers in mental arenas. You're training people in the art of discovering what matters most. If you talk to like a great chess player, actually looks at less than a lower level chess player, but they look in the right direction. So you might think a great chess player, people often think like, oh yeah, I can calculate 50 moves deep, 100 moves deep. It's all irrelevant. Move 2 was inaccurate, so it was just all an illusion. The great chess players might look at much less, but they're looking in the most potent directions. The lower level chess players are lost in a sea of complexity, right? So if you're working with like let's say a scientist or an investor or whatever, them straining their mind for what is the most important question, ideally to begin the practice toward the end of their workday with like release, like recovery period with full intensity in a peak performance state, stretch one's mind for what matters most, and then release it. Release the workday completely. Don't work all night grinding yourself out at a low level. Release, and then first thing in the morning, waking up, pre-input, return one's mind to the critical question and brainstorm on it. It's very powerful because you're opening up you're systematically opening the channel between the conscious and the unconscious mind. You're feeding critical questions to the unconscious, which is processing overnight. And like I know you know all this. Like the consistency with which you come up with an insight in the morning is incredible. Interestingly, and you'll probably know why much more than me, improved dream recall often happens simultaneously when one starts to have more and more insights about the MIQ in the morning, which is fascinating. Mm-hmm. Then over time you can have micro manifestations of this throughout the day, before going for a workout, before taking a walk, before taking a break, before taking a piss. Instead of when you're going to go to the bathroom in the day, instead of like checking your phone while taking a piss, you pose yourself in MIQ, you release it. You do not do anything but piss in the bathroom and breathe, and then return to the question, and you'll have an insight. Right, so you're learning to just oscillate between the conscious and unconscious states, and you're opening up that channel, and you're practicing stress and recovery. And then your physiological workouts are also stress and recovery all the time. So you're building that theme in everything that you do, and you realize that like when you're at your very best for 4 or 5 hours a day, you're doing multiples of the work that you're doing if you're just grinding yourself at what I've called in the past a simmering 6 or whatever for 15 or 16 hours a day.